have to get something. You know what? I think Gary's in here. Let me see. Is he? Are you in here?
Yep.
Oh, you're working in here. Hi, this is Robbie from Southern California and...
Gary?
No, I was just looking. I'm setting up seeds right now in these, I'm going to call them, well, they're not let pots, though I have one. And I came to set it up and, so what is this? This looks like my pot.
That's your pineapple.
That's the pineapple you took from me?
Yep.
This is the one where I was at Aldi's and the lady was banging that thing against the shopping cart and she broke the top off and she didn't want it. That's the one, right?
That's the one. And it's not ready to be potted up yet, but I'm just going to clean up the old leaves. But it's doing really well.
I thought it died. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't been in here.
Around the other side are the ones that I haven't potted up yet.
This 90% of it's dragon fruit.
I've got these ones. And some of those are starting to set root. It's not a good example.
Oh, so where's your coffee cups you keep asking me?
Yeah. So that one's should be planted.
Oh, wow.
So it's set root.
You've never done a video on how you do this, have you?
No, I haven't.
And you have to peel off the leaves? Is that how you do it?
Yeah, you peel off the leaves. It's about an inch. Just get some of the leaves off. They don't need all the leaves. And yeah, all of these are starting to set root.
Oh my goodness.
And there's a little bit of new growth coming in the center of a couple of them. Like that one's got a little bit of new growth. It's probably too hard to see on the camera.
And you've been making drinks with the pineapples you've been buying?
Yeah, I've been making, I mainly get them for the drinks that I make. But I may as well keep the tops. I haven't grown pineapples for a few years, so I may as well start growing them again. So the last ones I grew here, I ended up giving them away. So these, I think I'll plant some of them in my garden.
Will they produce pineapples in the garden, like a pineapple?
Yeah.
The big one? Are you going to plant the big one out first? I don't even know where you put it. Oh, there it is on the ground.
First. Because we're not near the tropics, they'll produce smaller pineapples. Kind of like the macadamia nuts here in California are small compared to the ones in Queensland and in Hawaii. They've got good sized nuts in Hawaii, but here they're much smaller. So
I can't believe how big it's gotten. How beautiful. Would you have to take it in the winter?
not here once it's established. Roughly zone 9 to 11, they should be okay outdoors if they're in a fairly sheltered area. So we're in zone 10 and they should be good here.
Oh my goodness. I haven't been in here. I just don't come here. Even when I do a garden tour, I kind of peek in the window, but I'm just so busy with my own stuff. Oh my God. Even the trays of dragon fruit. I didn't even look over at that.
Now those are yellow dragon fruit.
Oh my gosh. But look at all of them on the ground. You've got grafted ones?
I've got grafted ones, yeah, let's see.
I've got a grafted one somewhere in my garden with
I won't grab
other
that.
plants.
That one's really vigorous. I'll grab this one.
Oh, be careful because they have spikes.
But that one's grafted. That's one of the ones I grafted. And I've got to get, now the weather's starting to change, I've got to get those in the ground too.
Oh my gosh.
But those are Pelluras. I'm grafting Pellura onto our white one.
And then this?
That is the cilantro.
This is the one that, no, is this the original one I grew and then had outside?
This is the one you had growing outside. This is, I didn't get around to planting them up, repotting them, which I should have. They went to seed. They should be a lot bigger. And I've got a lot of little ones starting to grow now. So these are finishing up. They went to seed. I'll lift these out, maybe pot them up, and they've been growing under this pretty much all their life, except for when they were in your garden.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother with them. I'm not even big on cilantro, and cilantro, isn't that stronger or no?
It tastes very similar, but this you use more for cooking, where cilantro you can eat raw. So this is, the leaves are kind of jaggy, spiky. This flower head's definitely very thistle-like.
I should show everyone how I do my seeds now with this. We don't use this for water. It's not a, what do you call this?
Hydroponic.
Hydroponics, that's right. But boy, is it good for starting seeds. It's just kind of like drop the seeds in there and forget about it. And it's great. So I'm setting up 2 more that I've got, just cheap ones, knockoffs. I've got 1 let pot, and then I have 2 of these, and you have 1 of these, right?
Yeah, I've got 1 of those.
Don't even think, there's not even a make on it. You can get them at Walmart and online. They're like $30 something. Don't quote me, but yeah, the let pot is nicer. I mean, it goes way up in the air, but I don't leave anything in there long. You do. Yeah. Gee, I should swap with you. If you're going to leave them in here like that, the let pot goes twice as high.
Well, this is as high as this one goes. Technically, I should have these planted out before they get this tall.
Okay.
So.
Well, if you decide, I can swap, because I've got, mine goes twice as high, and I don't even pull it up. It sits in the kitchen, and I just leave it do its thing. And now I have 2 more of these that I'm going to set up. Hold on. I don't have the let pot in the kitchen. I have 1 of these in the kitchen. I haven't even used the let pot yet. That's right. I used it once, and then I set it aside. Oh, my goodness. And all this is dragon fruit?
Pretty much all of it is dragon fruit, yeah.
Are you actually going to plant all this?
Not all of it, but I'll get a lot of it done. Oh, this is blue agave too. I've got to get that. I've got to get that out because this gets massive and it's long due to be planted.
Is that the teeny piece you got from Vivian?
Yes.
Oh my good! It was like a broken piece in a pot.
Yeah, when they planted theirs, there were little pups left in the pot, and I just stuck a couple in some soil, and here they are.
Oh my gosh! And then what is this thing here?
That's the plant I got off from Deborah.
That's my daughter. Okay, what? Oh, this is the one that's supposed to be super healthy and everything?
Yeah, I can't,
I don't remember what it is.
I can't remember the name of it.
Now, can that be planted outside?
Yeah, it can be planted outside. It's probably, I don't know how the roots are, but it would do much better outside.
You know, if it can go in a pot, I can take that and just put it...
it's a big tree. It needs to be in the ground.
Can it go in the bird garden?
Yeah. No, it's...
No,
you need to get water down in the valley and plant it down there.
Okay.
Because it is a really big... That's a pretty big tree. I'm trying to think. It's Annona. It's in the Annona family. I can't think exactly what it's called.
Wow. No, there is something I just recently touched on, and I don't think I knew it. Maybe you did. You've been peeling your pineapples, and you've been freezing them and using them in your fruit drinks that you make.
Yes.
You've been peeling this and throwing the skin out, haven't you? The outside?
Yeah, I made a tea out of it once, but it did not taste good.
No, but there's supposed to be something really good in the skin. And what I'm wondering is if I can blend it up, strain it, and freeze it and add it to my green drink. It's supposed to be very healthy. But before I do that, I'm going to double check. Because I just go around with, collecting different greens. And then, of course, I add in cranberries that I get at the holiday season. I freeze them. That's the easiest thing to freeze. And then add in just oranges and citrus from around here. What is that?
These are my Bele cuttings. So my Bele, one of my branches broke, and I took some cuttings, and I've got to get these in the ground too. Edible hibiscus.
Oh.
So they're getting, past the point they shouldn't be in here. A lot of these plants shouldn't be in here.
And you have that growing in your garden already?
I've got that growing in my garden. Here, it stays alive over winter here. But in a cooler climate, say zone 9 and below, the frost will knock it.
So you basically have chosen a certain amount of things to grow in here, like not just everything.
Not just everything.
Of course, I do have a question.
And these are my Grafted seedlings too.
Hopefully you have a male, right?
Yeah, the ones that are kind of more spindly-like, there's a possibility they may be males.
You only need one male plant to throw flowers.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at all, this was going to ask you. I'm looking at Oh, this dragon fruit. And this is all yellow?
Yeah, all
Different types?
different flavors of Polaris. Some of the Polaris were sugary, and some were more. Yeah, they had a different profile flavor to them. So I kept some seeds that I purposely. Let's see. See, this is a thin skin variety, and it had more of a grape flavour to it. So some of the yellow dragon fruit that you get from the
And they're
store,
growing in there.
they're growing in here. I've got to pop those up.
Yeah, but there's like 100, 200.
Yeah, a couple of hundred. I've got more than I need. Put it that way.
You know, our property butts up to the neighbors, and they don't even know what property is theirs. Just stick it on and let it take off and grow wild on the hillside. Oh, how funny. Wow. All right, well, is it okay if I post this?
Yeah, it's okay if you post it. It's kind of messy right now, but, you know, I'm just getting back into the gardening season. Well, those didn't make it. These were
Oh, I'm looking underneath the shelving.
gack fruit cuttings I tried
Off of your plant?
off my plant.
But you don't need any more off of your plant.
I don't need any more, but I was experimenting. I got some to root, but it was towards the end of the year, so the plant itself was slowing down. So now it's spring, I'm going to take more cuttings and try it, because it was heading towards the dormant season.
So they didn't have the signal to grow. It's kind of like the kufias. If you get them at the prime time, like even now, oh my goodness, you break a piece off and they grow. But in the winter, kind of the same thing. They're really growing, but in a slow state, and they don't root as good. You might try to do 10 of them and one would take. But at this time of the year, you do 10 of them and they're all pretty much going to take. All right, well, like I said, I bypassed this. Oh, you got dish pans too. So if I need more, I know where to come. No,
They're just there. You need them, grab them.
I've got like 20 of them ready to go and more. I'm just going to plant a ton of stuff in dish pans. It's so easy. Are you using the heat mats? Are they on?
No, they're not on.
Okay, I'm just curious.
This year I didn't need to put the heat mats on. We've had a mild winter so far, so that's just a way of storing them, really.
I got seeds that are growing and no heat mats, but I am using these as a light source. And I think that the reason I like them so much is I used to just put them on the windowsill all over and I kind of forget about them. But when there's a light on it, even at night before I go to lay down, it's like, oh yeah, do they need water? And you kind of walk over and look at it and water them. And it just reminds you to take care of them. So I really like this. I took my tray out, but you needed that, I see. The way you set it up, far different than mine. I don't have mine set up at all like that. That's why I'm going to set up 2 more. Since we ended up buying, we got the generic ones on sale. What did we pay for them at the time? $8? $7?
I think $7 or $8.
7 or 8. And then the let pot, that was $1. The let pot was $1 because all the parts were gone that we don't need. And that one is really good, but that was a return item. It was one of these bin stores we went to. It was actually Deal Hunters. It was a returned item and nobody even knew what it was. And so I got that one for $1. But like I said, if you should decide you need, I have nothing that I'm going to need to have it because it will raise double this, the let pot. But I'll just set it up right now. We can always swap it. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go back and do what you have to do. I'm going to go set up 2 more of those and get ready to do a lot of seeds. Seeds and plants are so expensive right now. Though I am going to buy some, I'm going to get a lot of seeds going. All right. Well, thank you. And have a wonderful day. Don't forget
To eat what you grow.
I would say bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm glad you're going to let me post this because I know I just jumped in here and just started filming it. I didn't even know you were here. All right, I'm going to go back and get my stuff done. Bye-bye, everyone.